What's going on, YouTube? You got Mr. Law Jones here reporting to you, here with a brand new video, doing a small project today. I got a 2011 Lexus CT200H that we're going to be working on. Today we're going to be doing a airbag Clockspring. Customer had complained about not having no horn in it. There's no airbag light on anything like that. There's no horn. I was stated that, you try to push the panic button on it, it will work for a little bit and then it will stop. So today we're gonna go ahead and replace that. So this car here is actually it's platform mate. It's actually the 3rd gen Prius. That would be 2010 to 2015 Prius. And then these CTs right here, they sold them in US and of course Japan. They sold them over here in the US from 2011 to 2017. And over in Japan, they actually sold these out until 2022. So this is the first year of this car here. So we're gonna go ahead and go around to the car. Go ahead and open the door. Like I said, maybe I might do a review on this car later on. We'll see what happens. But anyhow, like I said, we got the key here. Okay, door is open. So what's going on is, like I said, there's no horn at all. There's nothing there. So one thing had priced these customer priced these clock springs out for this car, and these clock springs went out as much as like $591. So I actually ended up going to a local junkyard in the Dallas area right here, and actually got a whole entire column with a clock spring for $50. So I know it's gonna be trial and error. Hopefully that customer might, this might work out, put a smiling face out there and see what happens. So what I got to do is I got to take off the steering wheel off, and so I got to go ahead and take the steering wheel off of it. Got to make sure that clock spring is centered before I remove that wheel. Well, I can remove the wheel, but I got to make sure the clock spring is centered, and I'm gonna go ahead and go from there. So I didn't really see too many videos on these CT200Hs. So I figured I'd just go ahead and put a video on how to do this type of repair. So I do know for sure, I know right now from what I'm seeing of it here, I know got to get like a little flat blade in here, flat blade screwdriver. So it's got like 3 prongs in here that we got to get off to get this off. So, but before I even do that, I got to go ahead and disconnect the battery. So on this car here, since this is a hybrid, the battery is actually going to be in the back of this vehicle. So there's no batteries in the front because it has a power inverter that's all in the front. So it's real busy up there. So when they build these hybrids, they'll go ahead. Let's get this out the way here. I won't have to get too much, but I remember looking at this information, and the battery is on this side. So you got the main hybrid battery, which is going to be like up in this area here. It's leaving like behind the back seat. But what I'm just going to be doing is I might just go ahead and just take everything out, so that way I can disconnect the hybrid, the master battery for the hybrid. I'll go ahead and do that, and let's get this out the way. So work with me, because I'm working with holding the camera and taking out stuff at the same time. I should have did this before, but just want to kind of give it a little more realistic video. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and take this off, and on a lot of your hybrids, what you're gonna see is, so we got that out. And so what you're going to see right here, you got your disconnect, which is right here. So we'll go ahead and take this off here. So we'll just go ahead and just disconnect it. We'll just be safe about it. Definitely don't want to lose these little master plugs right here. These things here are like almost $200 at a local store, and Lexus probably charge more than that. So very important not to break these or lose these. So I'm going to put that over there. And what we're going to do, we're just going to go ahead and disconnect the negative cable, and then that should kill all the power. Because working with airbags, that's the last thing you want to do is have an airbag blowing in your face. So that won't be fun. So, but anyway, let me go ahead and get this disconnected, and I'll be back in a minute. Alrighty, so I'm back again. Alright, so got everything moved out the way here. Like I said in the last part of the video, I showed how to do the disconnect, which is the orange plug right here. And what I did was, it was just a 10 millimeter, because I could have either took the battery cable off from right there at the negative post, or what I did was actually ended up just taking it off right there, and then it just has a little, you know, like a little deal that goes in there. You just put your nut in there and holds in there, so that works that way. And we're gonna go ahead and go to the car. So on this here, these have like 3 prongs on here, and so they are spring loaded. And so what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna try to do this here and hold the phone at the same time. So so you have one, let's see, focus. Okay, so you got 3 prongs in here, so they spring loaded. I'm trying to get it to focus for me so I can show you what we taking off. And oh, there you go. So like right up in, okay, so let's see, come on now, focus, will you? Don't do this to me tonight. Okay, you see where that little blue at right there? That's one of the hooks right there. So it's 3 spring loaded clips in here, like I said. And what we're gonna do, let me grab a screwdriver. And like I said, so what you're gonna do is you just put your screwdriver up in here. So you're just gonna use a flat blade, and then what you're gonna do, you're just gonna kind of just pop up on this here, and then what happens is that bottom comes off, and then you just do the top one like that. So that's how you're really gonna do that. So you're gonna do that 2 more times, and so I won't be able to do this exactly, show you the top and the passenger side of it, because I don't have nothing to hold. I won't be able to hold the phone and try to do that. So let me go ahead and get this off real quick here. But what I did do, in the meantime, I did get the clock spring that we are going to put on here. And this is the one I got off that steering column right there. So, so like once you get the actual airbag off of here, move my hand out the way. Once you do get that off of there, it's actually just a 19 millimeter. You don't even need a steering wheel pull or anything like that. You just give it just a little bit of, just a little tug on it. It'll come right off. And then what you'll have to do is, this trim around here, this actually just pops right out. You just use a flat blade, excuse me. Just take this off, because you just got the connectors. That's because on the clock spring you got the connectors for the radio controls, you know, for your audio, display and all that stuff there, the display and mode. So that's all for the radio screen in the car. So let me go ahead and get this airbag off of here, and I'll be back in a minute. And I'll just show you how we're gonna do the next phase of this, is get the steering wheel off and going from there. Be back. Alrighty, back again. Alright, so I got the airbag off of the 2011 Lexus CT200H. So as I had stated before, it's basically just these 3 prongs right here. They spring loaded into the steering wheel over there. So those are 3 prongs that you have to take off. Well, you want to take them off, but they're up in the steering wheel right here. So let me show you where those locations are at. So when you get ready to do this, here, put this down. So when you get ready to do this, so you're gonna you got one right here. There's your second one there, and then there's your third one. So now on the driver's side, when you get ready to do these top ones, you know, get ready to do these here, you'll be able to access from the left side right here. So you'll be able to see these actually pretty good. But just to give you a little fair warning, when you get ready to do the passenger side one, so what you have to do is, just so you can kind of get it a little bit better, so what you'll do, like I said, you'll take a long flathead, excuse me, had a brain fart right there. And what you want to do, you want to kind of get behind the cruise control lever, and then you're just going to kind of get up in here. And then once you get up in there, and then what you'll do, once you get in there, you just kind of just pop it, you know, just bring it forward, and then that's how you get this off. But it's actually actually going to kind of go in more like on this side angle right here. And then as you get that, hold on, let me get it right. So just trying to do this here and trying to film. It's not working for me right now. Okay, so let's see. Hope I can get it here. I'm right there. Okay, there you go. So what you'll do is, you just kind of get it in, and then you're just going to kind of move this here. So you just kind of move that, and then that airbag will come out. And then so what you have at that point, then you have these 2 connectors right here. This is for the airbag itself, and then you have this black one, that's a ground. So that's like a push lock almost, and you just kind of wiggle it, and it'll come off. What you will have to do is, I should have showed that when I did on this, when I took the clock spring off the column. But what you have to do is, like, all this trim around here, this actually comes off. It just snaps onto here. So you just get these 2 focus. All right, so you'll just get these 2 Phillips screws out of here. The one down here, you don't have to worry about that, because it's actually secured this cruise control switch there. And then, like I said, you'll do this here. You'll take this trim off of here, and then in the back of this steering wheel here, as I'm gonna show in the video, because it's gonna be a night version of this video. So hopefully we'll be able to see it. Hopefully y'all will be able to see it as I'm filming. But yeah, no, like I said, so it's like two connectors over here. So you have the ones for your volume control, radio controls volume, and then you have, like, you know, for like Bluetooth and, you know, like, you know, Bluetooth and everything else over here on that side. So but yeah, so like over here, so you put your black over here, and then your blue is going to go over to the passenger side over here in this area here. So but I'll show you that as we get into it. But like I said, this is what we're going to do. We'll get the steering wheel off. This is just a 19 millimeter. You don't need a steering wheel puller, as I stated before. You just need to just tug on it just a little bit. It'll come right off. Yeah, I remember looking at the torque specs on this here. This is only like 34 foot-pounds, so it's not a lot of torque that needs to hold the steering wheel, you know. So, but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start tearing this stuff apart. And like I said, you know, just these two screws right here, these two Phillips, focus. Yeah, these two Phillips right here, these are going to be the two you'll take off. You don't have to worry about anything down here. And like I said, you can take this connector here, this actually will stay on here. These other two, they'll come off. So, but like I said, I'll show you how all that go in a few minutes. So I'll be back with you. Alrighty, so I'm back again. As I showed in the last part of the video, I had got the airbag off. Like I stated, there's 3 prongs on there. This is the used Clockspring right here. So typically so on this one here, typically, like if you buy these brand new, they usually have like a zip tie to kind of keep it in there. So how you kind of know it's centered, if you look at that glass right here, so you got like a side glass, and if you see the orange in there, that lets you know it's centered. Or what you can do, like this one here, like if you see it right here, this actually says it's 5 turns. So like I said, you can just turn it to the left, you can turn it to the right, which will just make, you know, you just do like 2.5 turns on it, and then you can kind of turn it back. And then, like I said, once you see it back in, like once you get it back into that, you know, once you see the orange back into the into that glass right there, the side glass, then you know it's centered. So so I just want to just kind of show that. So like I said, since this is a used part, and like I said, that came off of actual steering column that was bought at the junkyard. So that's what the customer bought. So so anyhow, what I did so far, we got the connections off of here. So what I got to do now is get the steering wheel off, and like I had stated before, we're just gonna get this off right here. I don't think on these here they have the self-centering on here. I know the GMs, they typically do. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna go ahead and get the 19 millimeter, and we'll go ahead and get this off real fast. So we'll go ahead and do this here, and this is gonna be it. So we're gonna go ahead and get this here. It's gonna get a little noisy, and that's it. So so typically what I usually do, like I said, I won't really take them off all the way, that whole nut, because like I said, sometimes on some vehicles, like even this one here, you don't have to use a lot of effort. But like I said, you know, it's just a what if, you know, like I said, hey, you don't want to get out there and put a lot of effort into it, and then this thing get out here and hit you in the chin or hit you in the face. Now you could be looking at a possible trip to the emergency room, or you know, something like that. So so typically that's what I usually do. Like I don't never take the nut all the way off. I always just take it off. You know, I will take it, like, let me take that back. So sometimes, at times, it just depends on what kind of vehicle I'm working on. I'll take the nut all the way off, but I'll screw it on there like about 5 or 6 threads. And then what I'm going to do is go ahead and yank on it. So I'm going to put this down real quick here. I wish I could kind of show you how I'm doing this here. You may be able to see it a little bit, but we're going to go ahead and see if we can get it off. So just going to go ahead and wiggle it a little bit. And so this one here, might have to use a steering wheel puller, because I'm just pulling at it and I can't get it off. So all right, so it looks like we might be using steering wheel puller for this here. So on the other one, it came off, but this one here, can't get it off right now. So that kind of sucks right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a steering wheel puller, and I'll be back in a minute. All right, well, okay, so what I ended up doing, I didn't have to get the steering wheel puller, thank God for that. What I ended up doing, I just put the phone down for a minute. I just kind of just wiggle at it, and it came right off. So now we can go ahead and just go and take this nut out. So we put that on top of the dash. And this here, like I said, now that's pretty much out. So all I gotta do now is just feed the wires through here. And we'll just feed these out. These are the airbag connectors here. So we can go ahead and pull these out to the back, as I'm doing right here. Let's see, come on out of there. All right. So that is it. Okay. So now we got the steering wheel totally off. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and take this off here. Oh, excuse me. Okay, let me get my big hands out the way. So what we're gonna go ahead and do, I'm gonna go ahead and get a Phillips here. We'll go ahead and take these take the column cover off of here, and then I can go ahead and pull this out and get this out the way here, so this makes a little bit more clearance. And then, like I said, we got some connections that's underneath here. We'll go ahead and take those off, and then that should be it. And then, like I said, we should be ready to go. So, like I said, this ain't bad, but I'll be back in a minute, though. Let me go ahead and get a... No, wait a minute. Do I got a Phillips right here? I think I got one. Let's see if I got a Phillips over here nearby. Should have one somewhere. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. I got all kind of flatheads, but it's not really... No, let's see. I got a Phillips over here somewhere. All right, so is that one? Nope. Let's see. No, I got one somewhere. Let's get this car here. Let's see where my Phillips at. Aha, there we go. I knew I had one. So what we're gonna do here, we'll just go ahead and just get these two screws out of here. And like I said, there's just a regular Phillips screwdriver. You can get one that you just want to get one where it actually fit in here, so you don't strip out these screws, anything like that. But these screws, they just kind of firmed in there, so they're not like overly tight or anything like that, which is a good thing. So these coming out really easy so far. And let's see, so put that one over there, and then all we gotta do is just pop that down, just pull this out the way like this here. We'll put that on the floor. Got the upper part right here. Let's see, and then we just take that one. We can actually just leave that right there, because that's not gonna, we don't have to take that all the way off. And what we're gonna do is, so we have, give him a little flathead. So we have a connection right here. So we got this one here. So this yellow one here, this is your main part. This is what powers up your airbag right here. So this is a spring-loaded clip right here, but I'm gonna show you that in a second. So let's go ahead and let's go ahead and get this one off here. So we got this one here. We're gonna go ahead and hold on, let's see. I can get it with my finger. My finger's kind of big, so let's see. No, I'm gonna do it like that. There we go. So we got one out. So we got this one out. That's out the way. You stick that to the side. And then this one here, you have, this is your spring-loaded one here. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick the flathead. I'm just going to shift to the right. And then that just comes right out. So and then that goes over there. And then you have one here. Let me see. I don't think that needs to come out of there. I don't think so. And everything else, like I said, you just got the little tabs right here. So we got one here. So we got this one right here. Hold on. So we got this one here. And then we have one at the very top up here. And then we have one right over here. So let's see, where is it at? Where is it at? Working at nighttime is not fun, but I do a lot of my best work at night, which is so crazy. Like I said, I got plenty of mosquito spray on, because the mosquitoes, they were out here kind of bad out here right before it got dark out here. So didn't like that at all. That was some foolishness. So let's see. I think I locked up something. So let's go back at it. So we got the top, got the side right here. So that's out. And then we have, it's another one right over here. Here you go. And then you got your last one right there where I'm prying at. And then at that point, then this should just slide right on out. And then guess what? This just comes out. Just comes out as such. All you gotta do is just kind of pull this off. I don't think we're pulling that off. Hold on. hold on, you know what? Okay, I'm messing up. So we do have a connection right over here too. So we got to take this out here too. So focus. All right. So we got to put, let's see. So we got, just put your screwdriver right up in here. So just kind of push that in, that little tab, and then this one here, I'm trying to do this, there you go. All right, so we get that out the way, so that's out. And that's really it. So that's all we got to do as far as like taking off connections, and then this here should just slide right on out of here. So let's see, lock that back over here. So let's see. Okay, and that's it. So now it's out of there. Sorry about the camera wiggling and everything. I know I might get some questions about this here on how to do this project, but yeah, this wasn't too bad though. You know, like I say, yeah, this is relatively pretty easy to do. And like I said, what we're gonna do now, we'll go ahead and put the replacement one in there. So we'll put this in here. And remember, as I said, you know, don't forget to have this thing centered up. And so what we're going to do, pretty much as long as you know you have it in the sight glass right here, you're going to be safe. So like I said, that's what you'll do. Typically, like I said, I wish I had a tripod. I had one back some time ago, but I didn't really like it. So I said I need to get one where I can kind of show like a more hands-on approach. So, but yeah, we're going to go ahead and put this on here. And this is what this do. It just kind of lines up itself, and so we just kind of push this on, and that's it. So it's in there. We got everything lined up, so all that's there. And then now we can go ahead and put these same connections that we had in here. So it don't matter which direction you kind of put these in. Like I said, so we'll put this one here. So this is the black one. So it's just going to go right there. And then, you know, you have the one. This is for the yellow. This is for the airbag right here. Remember, that's the spring-loaded one that we did. And let's see. See if I can do this here. I think I got something in the way. So let's see. Oh, there you go. So we got, so that's one here. So this plug right here is going to go right up in there. And so, and then we take this last one. This is the airbag one. And like I said, remember, this is spring loaded. So make sure we prop that back. So like I said, so when you take these off, you got to slide that mechanism back. So it's spring loaded, so it's just not as easy to come out. So keep in mind, I would have been had this in there, but I'm holding the camera and trying to slide this on. So it's giving me a little bit of workout right now. I don't like that. So let's see if I can get this in here. Okay. I might have to put the camera down. I'm trying not to do that because I'm trying to show how. There we go. All right. Oops, I messed up. Okay, let me do that again. So let me come back out. So it's going to kind of get in. Hold on. Maybe pull that back out. No, I'm not going to pull it out. So you got one right here. So this is where your connector at right here. And then what you're going to do is, let me back this back. And then you're going to kind of push that on and then it just snaps in. So this is how you install a clock spring on a 2011 to 2017 Lexus CT200H. One of the things that I had started looking into before I came across this, this clock spring here, like I said, it's going to be a moment of truth. So like I say, because the reason this is getting changed out because the horn is not working. One of the things that may help out is what was so interesting about this is that, that if you go to the dealer, they want like $591 is what the dealer wanted for this part. And so, of course, the customer was like, oh, no, I'm not paying for this. It's just my, work car. I just daily drive it and, things like that. And so, which I totally understand. One thing you can do, what I did find out is, though, when I was doing the research on it, and, of course, the owner of the car, the customer, did some research is, like if you look up like a 2013 to 2018 Subaru Crosstrek. I think it's XV or something like that on that order, but they share this same clock spring. And so when I checked the dealer on it, it was actually like $220, and it was damn near almost the same. The part number was almost the same, but I guess it was like, I think it was like a couple areas where it had like actual letters. You know, I think it was letters as opposed to numbers being in the Lexus part. But we was almost going to do it as a trial and error, but I said, customers like, yeah, I don't know if I want to spend 220 just to see if it may not work. And to be honest, I don't really like to throw parts at vehicles, but like I said, this is a common problem. So when I had, got informed about this, it was one of those, like, start looking at some forums and things like this, and people who own these cars, the Prius, the CT200, which is a platform made of each other, and the HS250, which was totally different platform. So the HS250 came out first, and then the CT200H came out about a year later. So the seats, but like I said, I may go ahead, like I said, I'm gonna get with probably just get with my my customer, see if I can maybe do a review or walk around on this car, because I see a lot of these little cars everywhere, and they are they're quite popular. It's these cars are known for getting, like, since it's a hybrid, they're known for getting like up to 46, 47 miles a gallon. But every car, every car that's out here, you're gonna have your Achilles heel. So, and this one got its share of the problems too. So, but anyway, like I said, I don't want to feel like I'm rambling on, but just trying to touch on everything that needs to be touched on. But anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and get the steering wheel back on here. Like I said, I know I'm gonna have to do two hands with that, and like I said, we'll test it out and see if we got a working horn or not. So I will be back in a minute. Okay, so all right, so I knew it was something I forgot. I'm up here just speeding along and not checking myself, and I'm glad that I didn't put that steering wheel on, because what I got to put on here, I got to put the covers back on here. So these got to go back on here as well too. So so this here, you're just gonna these here, you just kind of line these up here. So you have you got your tilt wheel, so you got that in there. So you just got to make sure that just kind of goes in here. You put that one right here. And then what you'll do then at this point here, you just want to make sure that you just snap this down. I'm gonna try to see if I can do this here, but I hope you kind of catch what I'm trying to do here. So like I said, I was able to pull it off no problem, but like putting it back up, that's so yeah, make sure that you put the steering column covers. So this, so you got the top right here, and you have the two screws that go right here. So you have one screw right here that goes there, and you got one right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and button this up real quick here. So I won't be able to show you exactly how I did that. So like I said, please forgive me. Let me go ahead and button this up real quick. Get these get the steering column cover back on here, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay. Okay. So all right, back one more time. So I got the steering column, got the column covers back on here, got them snapped into place, no gaps. Got the two Phillips screws in there, tighten those down so everything's starting to look like a car again. So one of the things that I did notice is I want to share with you is on this car, like say on some of the, now, one thing I did notice is here, looking at the splines on here now, looking at like on some GM cars, and maybe some of the other makes, and I don't know if it's just this particular make, or I don't know if it's on another Toyota or Lexus, but maybe somebody who, if you happen to see this video, maybe you can maybe just educate me on this. But like, so one thing I kind of noticed on some of the cars, like they usually have like a kind of like a self, like almost like a self aligning spline, which then, so what I mean by that is like the spline where the steering wheel is going to go, sometimes you have a spline that's a little bit thicker than than the rest of them. You see how all of them are just all the same size. So so one of the things, so I said that to say, like, when you get ready to put the steering wheel back on this car, try to put the steering wheel back on there as straight and center as possible, because what you don't want to happen is you put the steering wheel on the car, and then say if you're like I say, you had the steering wheel a little crooked, because now you're thinking like, you know, man, okay, I didn't put this thing on here. Now I got to, you know, my steering wheel a little crooked, a little off center. So just make sure that, and what's also important is too, when you're ready to put this on here, make sure that orange, make sure you see the orange in that sight glass right there. So that's super important. So that let you know this is aligned over here. So, like I said, I won't be able to show you the install of the steering wheel, me putting this on here, but I'll come back once I have the steering wheel on here and have all the connections in place, just mainly these here, because these connections here are going to go for the radio controls, which is those right there. So so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get the steering wheel on here, and I'll be back in a minute, and I can kind of go over it with you in a little more detail. So I'll be back in a few minutes. So the steering wheel is back on. So like I said, just this number 2 connections, just 2 wire connectors that was on here, and then you know you got these here. So you have these 2. This goes into the airbag. These are color coordinated, and then this is the ground that runs off of that airbag. So you have this one white plug right here, and then there's one that's like up in here. So let me see if I can get it out real quick and show you this one. So you have that one. So that's the only 2 plugs that you're gonna you know, take off. So you don't. So I know I had said earlier about taking this off, but you do not have to take this off. And this wire right here, I thought it was, you know, your thing. So if you ever see this on your car, on your CT200 or even Prius, and you see this here, and then you're thinking like, okay, well, I'm running out of wires. This is like part of the harness that goes for the heated steering wheel. So that's what that is. That's that for right here. But this car don't have a heated steering wheel. And so what I'm gonna go ahead and do is we can go ahead and move these wires out the way a little bit here, and we'll go ahead and get this nut back on, and go ahead and tighten down the steering wheel, and get the airbag back in place, and then we should be good to go. Now, like I said, go ahead and start it. You know, go ahead and put some power on and see moment of truth, and see if we got a working horn or not on here. Hope we do. So, because horn don't work, that's not gonna be too good for the customer, unfortunately. Because like I said, that means they're gonna have to go ahead and either find another Clockspring, or they're just going to go ahead and buy a new one. But let's go ahead and get this button down real quick here, because like I said, what you don't want is having the steering wheel to come off on you while you're driving. So and that's just about it. So like I said, it's on there pretty good. I don't think it's coming off. Good and tight. So now let's go ahead and get this airbag back on here. And like I said, these here, so you see it right here. So we can go ahead and, like I said, these are totally color coordinated, as you see right here. So we're gonna go ahead orange to orange. It'll be all right once I get it in here. So let's push that down. And then we'll go ahead and put the black one in here. Get my finger out the way. Then just put that one in there. Snap it. And then what you'll do is push it down. Push this one here. And then we're gonna go ahead and put this other black wire here, this ground wire, and just gonna go ahead and put this down in here. Just put it on there until it locks in. You should hear like a little, very little fine click in there. So there it goes, kind of locked in, so it's not going anywhere. And that's really it. So we just go ahead and push this on. That's it. So it's in there. So so like I said, now I'm gonna go ahead and get some power on here, and then we'll do moment of truth. So I'll be back in the hot flash. Not a hot flash, but a hot minute. I'm sorry. Alrighty, so I got the steering wheel on here. Just about to get everything buttoned up, but got some power back on the car. So we're gonna go ahead and do moment of truth. We're gonna see if we got a little power around here. So let's see. Let's go ahead and get some power up here. See what we got. See what we got a horn. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we good now. So that was the problem with this here. So like I said, it didn't have a horn, anything like this here. So now it is a working horn. Got the car on, So I just want to just test this out. So definitely got this in here. So that is a relief. So I'm sure the customer is going to be super happy. So at least I hope so anyway. But I know there's a lot of parts in this video here. I know how to do kind of some stopping and things like this here, but trying to film and, you know, film a little bit and kind of showing a little bit how to do it. You know, it can get a little cumbersome sometimes, but I love doing this here. I love showing people how to do DIY projects. But anyway, if you do like this video, like I said, please give me a thumbs up. If you like to subscribe, I really appreciate it if you did. I try to do new videos. I don't really do them all the time like I would like to, but I try to do them, you know, when I'm doing car work, because I'm always working on cars. I do work every day. Like I said, what I started doing recently is I started doing pre-purchase vehicle inspections actually this month. Just kind of launched it, so it's been really going very, very well. You know, where I've known a lot of people who've been buying cars, and even general public, you know, and what's going on is, you know, you could go out here and see a car that's like, man, look good from like 30 to 50 feet away, and you get up on it, it's like a lipstick on a pig. It's horrible, you know. So so I actually offer that service here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So like I said, if anybody who's in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you do follow my channel, and if you need that service, or if you know anyone that's, you know, looking to buy a car and need like pre-purchase inspection service, you know, please feel free to, you know, have to reach out to me. Like I said, I'd love to help out. But anyway, this is the last of this video, last part of it. Like I said, we got a working horn again. But like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and get everything buttoned up, and I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. Mr. Law Jones is signing out. Y'all have a good evening. Like I said, it's Labor Day weekend, so please, please, please be careful out there if you're driving out there on the roads. People out here crazy. They out here drinking. I mean, you know, so like I said, please don't be a victim. And like I said, hey, I don't want nobody to be a victim or anything like that. So, but anyhow, y'all take care. Mr. Law Jones signing out. Have a good one.